Welcome back, everybody, to NaりきりDungeon! In the last episode, we thought it was over. Oh, hey, there's Karoru from Tales of Vesperia. What's he doing in this game? Never mind. It's the Wonder Chef. Staring at the wall for some unknown reason. Want to welcome everybody back. Of course, this game is continuing on. There's lots of costumes we have left to collect. And more Wonder Chefs to find. In this episode, I'm going to do a little bit of cleaning up. Doing a few side things and getting the Phantasia group back together again. Before we continue the story. Oh, hey, there's the Eternal Sword. Nope. Never mind, it's the Wonder Chef. Teaching us some beef stew this time. So yeah, I kind of want to go around and, pick up some of the Wonder Chefs, since I'm sure there's some new ones. Do a little bit of side questing, and then get our main characters all back together again before we continue the story here. So as you saw in the last episode, there's a new painting in Etos's house. An angry cloud looking thing, and that's the painting where the two purple villains went. But before we go there, I'm going to go ahead and pick up all our characters. All our Phantasia characters. Because yeah, why would I want to quest without them? And since we're in Mel and Dio's world here, might as well pick up Arche first. So satisfying. Kill the enemies instantly. I'm not going to waste too much time on the dungeon again, of course. I am going to show, now that we have the Sorcerer Ring, there's a few things that we can actually do in this dungeon now. If you remember, the very first time we were here, there was a bunch of locked gates, and we couldn't go in them. Well, now we can. But first, some enemies. I try to have a couple fights in each episode, and I didn't really show off these outfits the other time, so I wanted to have a few fights with them. So by lighting that torch back there, this gate came down, and we can get this treasure. Ooh, Sephira. That's an item you can equip, and it gives you more gold. So I'm just going to quickly show some of the areas that we couldn't get to before in this very first dungeon of the game. Oh, I can't light that one. Oh, it's a switch. Clever. So instead of that being a torch, it's actually a switch. Any new enemies? No? I'm loving this Berserker Mel. Or Warrior, I guess it's called. Ooh, a red card. So there's some pretty nice items to get. So instead of continuing the story, I highly recommend revisiting the dungeons now. And grabbing all this stuff. This is Arche's tower, of course, the Kirameki Spire. And originally we couldn't open all these because we didn't have the Sorcerer Ring. But with the Sorcerer Ring we can. Ooh, there's one of those rare chests. The brown chests. And I will show how to get the key for that. Is that a new enemy? Yeah, it is. Not a very difficult enemy, but a new one to scan anyway. So yeah, we'll have to come back for that one. Mental note that it's there. And back here at the top of the tower, Archie's kind of surprised that we're here. She's like, "You need my powers? Are you in need of me?" "Yes, we are in need of you. Come on." Okay, so get Archie back in the party here. Which was the real reason for coming here. But yeah, might as well pick up some treasures on the way. Sorry, Kururu, or whatever. Kururu. As soon as we get another character, you're about to be out. Oh hey, what's this 3 slabs of sashimi? It's not sashimi, it's the Wonder Chef. O sashimi, and she gives us the sashimi recipe. So I'm going to quickly jump around and show some of the things you can grab before we continue the story here. So I came by the desert town, and suddenly the Wonder Chef appeared. I'm not sure if this is because we've got like half of the recipes already, or if it's just a scripted event. But there's another recipe that you can just randomly get there, and hey, there's a Jido Hanbaiki drinking machine. Yo! I wanted some Pocari Sweat. Yasai Sarada. So we got a vegetable salad recipe. So yeah, basically gonna revisit all the towns here, and each of them has a new Wonder Chef hidden somewhere. Valhalla, we can go camping! Or not. It's like all these fun things I want to do. I want to get a tasty beverage, I want to go camping, I want to pull out the Sword of the Stone, but no, they're all Wonder Chef. Crushing my dreams. There's a little side quest that you can do here. I thought I'd quickly throw it in. Talking to this girl on the bridge in this town. She seems to have this very sad expression on her face. And once again, there's quite a few little side quests that you can do with Dio and Mel, and they're supposed to be using their Narikiri abilities, in which case the costumes are supposed to be at a certain level in order to trigger the events. But this girl wants us to find a flower for her mother, and it's up here in Sylph's dungeon. If you remember, Sylph is up here. And you can also re-challenge the summon elementals. But I'm not going to do that right now. I just wanted to show real quick the location of this flower for the side quest. There's this little glow you can see over there by the bush. You know, we're here where you can warp back to the beginning. But just check out this little glowing and you'll get the Tia no Hana, the tear flower. And back to town. This girl will be grateful, saying Natsukashi, and she wants us to go to her house and show it to her mom, who's in this town. So go over here and talk to this elderly lady. And they brought the tear flower on the request of her daughter called Memory. It's kind of an interesting name for a girl. She's upset. She doesn't want to see it. Never wants to see it again or remember it. And after you talk to her, if you go back to the bridge, there's an older lady here that looks like somebody else, kind of. I'm not sure if that completes the quest. But, yeah, the flower was somehow poisonous, and the mother used it on, with her daughter to help try to cure her medicine, or cure her illness, but it actually made her worse. So I'm not sure if Memory died, or if there's a little bit more to that quest. But I just wanted to show that piece of it. And then I wanted to make a phone call, but the Wonder Chef came and interrupted me. Now we've got marshmallow curry. Hooray. It's funny, that was one of the things that Mel cooks at home. And Dio was a little annoyed with it. Marshmallow curry. Okay, so while we're here, we're going to go to Klarth's house. After doing a couple of those little side quests. And I want to pick up Klarth here again. I'm just kind of going in order here, picking up all the Phantasia heroes as we did. Klarth was having kind of an argument there with Miraldo, the girl, who eventually becomes his wife. Miraldo. She has kind of an odd name. Well, they just had a little bit of an argument, so Klarth had to go outside and work off some steam. Dio is telling her, don't worry about it, like Mel and I, we argue all the time too. This will probably be a little bit important later, as I'll show in the episode where we get the key. We have to pick up Klarth here first anyway, to get the key to those mysterious treasure chests. So Klarth is out here and just says he needs to go and cool his head off a bit from their argument, so he's going to join us. Time to take a walk. And Klarth becomes a friend again. Alright, back at home, I'm going to go to the second world. Once again, I'm kind of ignoring the cloud one, which is the new one. We're going to go ahead and go to Cless time and pick up Mint and Cless and Chester. So I recommend doing this before continuing the story. Just, pick everybody up, maybe revisit some of the dungeons, grab some chests that you couldn't before. It seems like each time, a time we have a jump, things can change, so I'm just checking to make sure there's no new Wonder Chefs or anything in each of the new timelines that we go to. Thank goodness this is not like Back to the Future. It has all kinds of time anomalies. They just treat time travel like it's a natural thing and it happens all the time. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and go to Tortoise. Great, and Cress is having some troubles again. Guess we're gonna have to help him out. Alright everybody, there was a bunch of talking there. And of course Archie's with us. So she's happy to see Chester. They're happy to be arguing again, I suppose. Mint just kind of laughing to herself, since they're kind of used to arguing with each other. Alright, we got Cless, Mint, and Chester. Oh, hey, what's this? Hey, there was a bucket of dice there. And of course I wanted to play a game with the dice, but no, the Wonder Chef shows up and teaches us fruits parfait. Man, all these neat things that I wanted to do, and every single time it's the Wonder Chef. Hey, look, there's a cool banner. No. This time it's fruits pasta salad. Have you ever had fruit pasta salad? That's quite the dish. If you go to the desert town over here on the right, there's a conversation between a girl and a guy, and they're seeing some ghosts apparently haunting the town. They're going to ask Mel to help out since she has her one of her costumes, kind of the bishop costume or something, is related to it. And once again, I think these only happen if your costumes are at a certain level. So after a long conversation, Mel is here at the gate with Kururu. And she's gonna try to use her Narikiri abilities to put these spirits to rest, so that they go to the afterlife. Whoa, and a bunch more showed up. And yeah, I think it's just a mirage. They're not really ghosts, they're just like a mirage, perhaps. Ethos is a little worried about Mel standing there in the heat. But the guy is incredibly thankful because the ghosts are now gone, but she didn't actually do anything. And she admits, that she didn't really do anything. But knowing that they were just mirages and not really ghosts, that was enough for the guy. And we got a little bit of a reward. And then I found that there was another little quest you could do here, talking to this guy in Valhalla, behind this house near the back upper right corner. And once again, these are only happening because of the levels of the costumes. And most of these are like pretty automatic. I mean, there's just a bunch of dialogue, and then, you know, Dio goes and does something. If you agree to help, that's the first option. The second option is do nothing. But if you agree to help, you know, Dio just uses his costume and does something to help the people, and then it's done, and you get a reward. So you don't really have to, it's not a fetch quest or anything. You don't have to run around doing stuff. So it's kind of nice and easy. Narikiri cross shift. He's got to do his logo. And I guess he's going to help them with something in the mine here. But yeah, it's kind of neat because originally the Narikiri, costumes were there for them. The kids were supposed to be helping the people. And that's actually what we're doing now. These side quests are helping the people with our Narikiri abilities. But it's kind of nice. They're all pretty short and they're all pretty automatic. Pretty easy, not pretty automatic. They're pretty easy and automatic. Alright everybody, in the next episode I think we'll continue the main story. Just wanted to do a few extra things there. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.